Hello friends, and welcome back to Unbound Learners Pre-K. My name is Nina. What's your name? Did you have a good weekend? That's so nice to hear. Let's get started with our good morning song together. We are going to stretch our arms out like airplane wings and fly to one side, fly over to the other side, fly back to the middle, and now let's take our airplane wings into a big circle out in front like this. Bring the circle up over your head, stretch to one side, stretch over to the other side, one last stretch up at the top, and we'll bring the circle back down and sing together. Good morning, dear earth. Good morning, dear sun. Good morning, dear rocks and flowers everyone. Good morning, dear beast and birds in the trees. Good morning to you and good morning to me. Good morning, friends, and welcome to Circle Time. Before we get started, let's do 3 things quickly. First, let's turn on our listening ears. Next, let's put on our thinking hats. And the third and final thing that we need to do is warm up our hearts, like this. Boom, 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 boom. And now we are ready to start circle time. I have my pointing stick, and I'm going to bring it up to the top, right up here where we have the month. What is the month called? May. That's right. The month is May. Today is May 31st. I'm going to move the chip over from Friday. Friday was the last time that we met. Friday was May 28th. And we're going to move it from the number 28 to the number 29, over to the number 30, and put it on the number 31. Because today is May 31st, 2021 or 2021. Friends, as you can see, this month is over. Today is the last day of the month of May. That sentence just rhymed. May and day, the last day in May. Tomorrow we will begin a brand new month. Let's sing the 12 months in a year song, and you can listen carefully to see if you can guess what month will come after May. It goes like this. January, February, March and April, May and June, July and August, September, October, November, December, 12 months in a year. Did you hear what month comes after May? June. The first day of June will be here tomorrow. Now, let's hold up 7 fingers like this for the 7 days of the week song. If you know the words, you can sing with me. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now I'm going to travel down to the bottom of the chart. I'm going to give you the sound that the day starts with, and you can say it out loud with me. Yesterday was S. Sunday, the last day of the weekend. That means that today is M. Monday, the first day of the weekday. And tomorrow will be T. Tuesday. But let's sing Today is Monday together. It goes like this. Today is Monday, today is Monday, today is Monday, all day long. Today is Monday, today is Monday, today is Monday, all day long. Now I'm going to go back up to the top of the chart where we have the season. What season is it right now? Spring! That's right, friends. It's springtime where I live. Soon we will say goodbye to the springtime and we will say hello to the summertime. Now let's go back down to the bottom of the chart and let's sing the weather song together. Will you sing with me? What's the weather? What's the weather? Can you tell? Can you tell? Is the sun shining? Is the rain falling? Can you tell? Can you tell? Today, when I look outside of my window, I see mostly cloudy skies, but the sun is poking through a little bit. Today, it's mostly cloudy where I live, and my temperature chart is on orange because it's a warm day. Warm, but mostly cloudy. What's the weather like where you live, friends? Look out of your window and let me know what you see. Thanks for sharing with me. And now let's move on to the letter, the number, and the sign of the week. Because we are starting a brand new week, we have a new letter to talk about. This letter says Z. Z. Can you make that sound? That's right, and this is a lowercase z. Z is the last letter of the alphabet. Z says Z. Z. And let's see what's inside of the letter box today. Inside, I have something that starts with the letter Z. Z. I'm going to give you some clues. If you think you know what it is, you can take a guess. Here is your first clue. This is a number. This number comes before the number 1. This number also means nothing or none. Do you know what number it is? Let's see. Zero. This is the number 0. 0 comes before the number 1, and it means nothing or none. 0 starts with the letter Z. Z. This is how you write a lowercase z. Z. One more time. And because today is Monday, we also have a brand new number to talk about. So for some of you, this number may not be new because we have gone over this number before a long time ago. We have counted all the way up to 25 together. And because we have so many new learners with us now, I decided to start back at the number 1. This is the number 1. I have something brand new to show you today. It has to do with counting. Let me show you what that is. Today I'm going to show you how to count using a large bead frame. So let's go over this first set up here. As you can see, there are 3 different colored beads. The green ones are units, the blue beads are tens, and the red beads are hundreds. Today we are going to count 1 unit. So I'm going to go up to the green beads and I'm going to move 1 unit from the left over to the right. 1. 1 unit. And now let's take a look and see what's inside of the number box to count today. Today I have 1 blade of grass. 1. So we've gone over the new letter of the week, the new number of the week, and now it's time to go over the new sign of the week. This week I'm going to show you how to say eat in sign language. Sign language is a language that uses hand gestures and facial expressions to communicate instead of speaking out loud. This is how you say eat in sign language. You're going to take one of your hands and you're going to bring your 4 fingers together like this and touch them to your thumb and bring that hand to your mouth. Eat. Will you try? That's right, friends. Eat. This week, we are going to be talking all about food. Food is so important because it provides our bodies with all of the energy and nutrients that we need to keep growing and stay healthy. In order to feel our best, we need to try and eat our best. So that means eating plenty of foods from the 5 food groups. Let's take a look at this picture that I have right here, and we can talk about the 5 food groups together. We are going to start off up here with this food group. This is grains. Grains include foods like bread and pasta and rice and some types of cereal. And if we keep moving clockwise, the next food group that we have down here is protein. Protein includes beans and meat. And if we keep going over here, the next food group is vegetables. Vegetables include foods like lettuce and kale. I have some cauliflower down here and some peas. And then up here, we have the next food group, which is fruits. Fruits include foods like cherries, blueberries, apples, and pears. So these are the 4 food groups that are represented on this plate right here. And then right up here, we have the 5th and final food group, which is dairy. Dairy includes products like milk and cheese and yogurt. So each day this week, we will focus on a different food group. Today we will start with grains that include bread, rice, oats, pasta, and cereal. Now there are 2 examples of grains. There are whole grains and there are refined grains. Oatmeal, brown rice, and whole wheat flour are all examples of whole grains, while white flour, white bread, and white rice are examples of refined grains. Refined grains do not have as many important nutrients in them, which is why it's best to choose whole grains when possible. Let's move on to today's work. For today's work, there are 2 options. For my older learners, you will need a piece of yarn or some thin ribbon with a little piece of tape attached to one end and some dried pasta like ziti or penne will work. And then for my younger learners, you're going to need some Play-Doh and some pipe cleaners or straws and some dried penne or ziti. Today we are going to do a fine motor activity by stringing this dried penne onto the yarn or onto the pipe cleaners. So if you are using the yarn today, if you are doing option 1, like I said, I like to add a little piece of tape to one end, and that just helps me to string the penne on a little bit easier like this. So I'm going to push through and thread it and bring it down to the other side. You can make a necklace, you can make a bracelet, you can just make a decoration to hang up somewhere. But option 1 is to thread the penne through the yarn like this. And then option 2, if you are a younger learner, is to take your Play-Doh and you're just going to make little balls like this. I'm going to make 1, 2, 3 balls out of the Play-Doh because I'm going to be using 1, 2, 3 pipe cleaners. Next, I'm just going to stick the pipe cleaner or the straw into the Play-Doh like this here. This way you can get a better look at what that looks like. So I have the pipe cleaners coming out of each Play-Doh ball. And next I'm going to take the dried penne, and with one hand I'm going to hold the pipe cleaner still. With my other hand I'm going to push the penne down the pipe cleaner like this. I find that if you're using straws, the straws are a little more sturdy and you don't need to use 2 hands to steady the straw so much as you need to if you're using a pipe cleaner. And I also find that by cutting the pipe cleaners in half, it also makes this a little more sturdy. Let's see, this one looks like it could use 1 more. And now we'll move on to this one. Again, this is a really great fine motor activity and it strengthens the muscles in your small fingers. So option 1 is to make a necklace or a bracelet using the baked ziti or the dried penne, or you can use the penne or ziti with the Play-Doh and the pipe cleaners or straws. Let's go back to circle time. Welcome back to circle time, friends. Do you have a favorite type of food from the food group that we talked about today? Mine is definitely pasta. Thanks for learning with me today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up and find me on OutSchool for my live and interactive classes. You can also support my channel by checking out my Patreon page and gain access to bonus features for your child. Before we go, we have to sing our goodbye song. So let's wave goodbye like this. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow.